What's up, everybody? Well, on a podcast now, I'm Alex, and in this video, we gotta talk about Jurassic Park Survival. Thank you to the dozens, and I don't joke when I say that, dozens of people that made sure that I knew that this trailer came out this morning. No, honestly, I do very much appreciate it, and ladies and gentlemen, we freaking got it. Now, look, the game's not coming out next year. It's, it's still, I think, a while away. We didn't see, I guess, like the most revolutionary things out there, but we got an update, and I think for many people, and this is kind of an interesting thing, with this game in particular, when you get almost anything, it gets people excited. I think that's the franchise, that's the property, that's the potential of this game to be something really special, that Alien Isolation for Jurassic Park. I mean, if it can do it, it can be absolutely legendary. So, it's got a lot to live up to, and I really actually think that's what the update was as well, right? I mean, look, we got very little new footage, but we did get new footage. We saw a couple new locations, saw a couple new animations. This is probably an example of the update in and of itself being the big thing. The fact that it is finally, back out there and that they are talking about it. Honestly, kind of odd to do it now when the movie was, we're actually a little bit past or removed from the movie releasing. They probably should have done this maybe like a month ago, but I'm not there to run their operation. But, so just them coming out, I think, is important. And then really, I think it's what's more said that's important than what they showed. The idea of, that doubling down on, okay, well, dinosaurs are obviously, obviously, but hey, they didn't have to be. Dinosaurs are very important to the franchise. They technically are the #1 star, but, depending on which movie or which thing in general, you never have 100% certainty that that's going to happen. When you make a game like this, it's possible the dinosaurs aren't the #1 star. So even for them to double down and say that, right, like they are the most important thing. The attention to detail, I think one of them talked about going like room by room, situation by situation, right? Looking at everything, making sure, because it's the day after the film, right? So making sure everything matches up. Everything is as perfect as it can be in terms of that lore and the direction. Being able to explore new places, things that are under construction or in construction, whatever it is, being able to go places that we did not see in the films. And I believe they said something along the lines of like making you wish that they almost were in the films, that they were shown. Again, the dinosaurs, that realism, they talked about the weight and the movement of the dinosaur being such an important thing, making you feel that sense of tension, that the first movie has, specifically with the raptors, right, in the kitchen. And by the way, thinking about Alien Isolation and thinking how you could pull that off here, it almost writes itself just how perfect and how almost easy that would be. But I would say those were the main things. I mean, there was the fun, one of the executives talked about purposely losing so that she could like see the animation of you getting like eaten by a dinosaur. Some cool stuff, definitely some cool stuff. But I think just, it coming back out there, them doubling down on, hey, we care, we know you care. Okay, actually, it's almost the reverse, right? We know you care, we know you've been asking, and so we want to show you that we care. And I think that does go a long way, because the game, again, is in an interesting spot. I don't want to get too negative when really this is one of the greatest days so far for this video game, is that it is a while out. Like when all of the footage is what pre-alpha footage is what it said, at the bottom there. This game, like for those that think this game is super close, I've been saying this for a while. I really think we need to come to terms, not me actually, you, other people need to come to terms with this game's a while out. It just is. In my opinion, there's no way this game is next year, and it might not even be 2027. Okay, if we're being real. I've been saying that for a while, but I think even this footage, like again, the big part is the update in and of itself, is talking about it, is coming out with that excitement and the attention to detail and all that stuff. It's not that the game is coming out in 6 months. It's not that they're super close. It's not this in-depth gameplay. In fact, it's the opposite. They didn't show a lot. They didn't show almost anything. They did show a couple things, but almost anything new. And even what they did show that was new is in one of the earliest states that it can possibly be in. Now, look, at the same time, that does give me excitement, because as long as you're on the right track, you come out 2-3 years from now, this is going to be a beautiful game, and it's going to work. Like I think they're just going to nail it so long as they, stick to this plan. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.